The training hall of Ultrix Prime was built from obsidian stone and fortified alloys, a massive dome where warriors of the Zerathi Dominion tested their skill. Sparks of energy shimmered across the air as alien soldiers clashed, their war cries echoing through the chamber. At the far end, under the scrutiny of a dozen commanders, a lone human stood. His name was Ethan Cross, Earthborn, soldier of circumstance, and utterly out of place in the middle of the galaxy's fiercest martial arena. He wore no armor, just a black combat uniform and a pair of nunchucks dangling loosely at his side. The room fell silent when Commander Seraxis entered. She was a towering figure of silver-scaled flesh and crimson eyes, her ceremonial armor gleaming with kinetic plating. The alien warriors around her lowered their heads, for Seraxis was not only a champion, but also the Dominion's chosen blade, a woman who had cut down hundreds in duels. She eyed Ethan and smirked. "This is the human you bring before me? This fragile creature with sticks tied together by a chain?" Her voice was sharp and cruel. One of the officers coughed awkwardly. "Earth martial customs are unconventional, Commander. He insists these are his chosen weapons." Seraxis barked a laugh. "Nunchucks, he calls them? What a joke. Against Dominion armor? Against me?" She stepped forward, her claws clicking against her gauntlets. "Perhaps he can juggle with them before I crush his ribs." Ethan didn't rise to the bait. He simply let the nunchuck sway in his hand. The motion, so casual, almost looked lazy. His dark eyes, however, never left hers. "Armor doesn't make you untouchable," Ethan said calmly. "And these aren't toys." The audience of soldiers chuckled, some outright laughing at the human's boldness. Seraxis grinned, baring sharp teeth. "Then prove it, little man. Fight me. 1 minute is all I'll give before you're on the ground begging." The duel began. Seraxis moved first, her armor boots slamming into ground with bone-shaking force. A glowing blade extended from her wrist, a plasma scythe that could shear through starship hulls. She lunged, the weapon humming like thunder. Ethan's body reacted before thought. His nunchuck spun, a blur of wood and chain, intercepting the blade's arc with crack, so sharp it rang through the dome. The crowd gasped as sparks flew. His weapon had deflected the plasma strike. Seraxis snarled and swung again, this time with a crushing overhand blow. Ethan ducked low, the nunchucks whipping around like a serpent, striking her gauntlet with pinpoint force. The sound wasn't much, a pop of impact, but her armor plating dented visibly. "What?" Seraxis blinked in shock. Ethan didn't pause. His nunchucks blurred faster, striking in rhythmic patterns. Left rib, right thigh, elbow joint. Each hit landed precisely where armor plates overlapped, exploiting micro gaps. The speed was dizzying. His arms moved like flowing water, every strike echoing with metallic cracks. The mocking laughter of the soldiers died into stunned silence. Seraxis roared in anger, unleashing a sweeping strike meant to bisect him. Ethan's sidestep pivoted, and the nunchuck snapped forward in a whip-like lash. The wooden handle struck the plasma generator on her wrist. With a flash, her scythe sputtered out, leaving only sparks. The commander stumbled back, disbelieving. "Impossible. Your armor's strong," Ethan said evenly, circling her like a predator. "But it wasn't designed for this." He tapped the nunchucks against his palm. "These don't just hit, they flow. Pressure in the right place breaks anything." Before Seraxis could recover, Ethan unleashed his final barrage. His nunchuck became a storm, crashing into her chest plate, collar joint, helmet visor. In less than 10 seconds, the rhythmic strike stripped away her armor like peeling fruit. Plates clattered to the floor, one by one, until the once mighty commander was kneeling in shredded pieces of her proud war gear. Her crimson eyes burned with humiliation. The silence in the hall was suffocating. No one dared move. No one dared breathe. The image was burned into their minds. Seraxis, the undefeated champion, brought down not by energy blades or railguns, but by an Earthman wielding 2 sticks and a chain. Ethan lowered his weapons, his breath steady. He hadn't even broken a sweat. "You mocked what you didn't understand," he said softly. "That's the first mistake every opponent makes." Seraxis looked up at him, fury warring with awe. Slowly, she rose, stripped of her armor but not her pride. "Human," she growled, "you have my respect. And my hatred." Ethan only nodded. "Both will keep you sharp." Word spread across Vultrix Prime within hours. The story of a human who dismantled a champion with nunchucks became legend among the Dominion soldiers. Some mocked him still, but never to his face. Others whispered of his techniques, trying to mimic the flow of his strikes. And Seraxis herself? She trained harder than ever, vowing for a rematch, not just to reclaim her pride, but to understand the strange, flowing power of Earth's martial ways. For Ethan, it was just another reminder what his old sensei used to say. Asterisk, the weapon is only an extension of the hand. Respect it, and it will carry you further than any armor ever could. Asterisk, and on that day, an entire alien army learned the lesson the hard way.